Coming to you live from my apartment. It's Rob Has a Podcast. And now here's the guy who's running a little late. I had to go grab my moisturizer. I'm Rob Cesternino. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to RHAP. And boy, do we have a great show for you tonight, talking about a big Wednesday night OTEP. Exciting episode. A lot going on. Such drama. Can't wait to talk about it all here with a guy who will find out. Would he rather be a squirrel or a monkey? It's Taran Armstrong. Taran, how are you?
Rob, I'm doing well. When you told me about the guest we have, I thought you were bluffing.
Yeah, I was serious.
I really thought you were bluffing. I wasn't going to come.
I don't bluff, Taran. Okay?
All right. I don't know. Okay.
When I say something, I mean it. Okay. All right. But we have a great guest here with us tonight. Of course, you know her, of course, as the winner of Big Brother 24. And of course, you can see her on the regular as the co-host of Big Brother Unlocked, the incomparable Taylor Hale. Taylor, how are you?
Ding! I'm great. I'm, super stranger to all things Rob Has a Podcast. I'm rarely ever appearing over here and rarely engaging in a chat. So, it's so good to be back and chatting with you guys. It feels like so long. I'm kidding.
Okay.
But I'm very excited to see how true that is, Rob, if you never lie, never bluff.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll find out about that, Taylor. And of course, congratulations. The recently announced part of the upcoming season of The Amazing Race as well.
Thank you. That'll be a lot of fun. I promise you guys are in for quite a ride.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, we are going to have quite a ride here tonight. Our Wednesday night Big Brother 27 recaps have been presented by Manta Sleep. Our listeners can get 10% off the mantasleep.com. Use promo code RHAP27. Okay. So much to get into tonight here. And of course, it was the big night of OTEP. Now, I'd love to, Taran, could you take us through in your book? I'm sure that you talked about the OTEP was born what was it? Was it in Big Brother 12?
The first OTEP? No.
Yes. Prior?
No,
later?
Yes. All-Stars. Big Brother All-Stars.
Yes. Okay. And so what has been some of your favorite OTEPs?
I feel like the Kathy Griffin one stands out.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. That there's somebody at the podcast door. Let's go ahead. Let's let them in.
Hey!
Oh, hey! It's
Oh my God!
I'm back, bitches!
Mr. Rachel Reilly.
Yes.
Brendon Villegas is here. Brendon, how are you?
AKA, yes.
Wow.
Thank you. Glad to join. I know it's been a long time.
Brendon, thank you for making some time to join us in your incredibly busy summer.
Yes, a very busy summer, let me tell you. So,
how are you doing?
Why am I here? This should be the Brendon show.
No.
Oh.
This is incredible. What a panel.
I mean, for me, it's been July 1st since Rachel left, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So
I've said all along, look, you've had the harder job this summer, and that was before we knew what a wild house this was going to be.
I mean, I think
you can say it. You can say it.
Give us the choice. Would you rather go in a house with a bunch of crazy people or be trapped in a house with like two crazy people?
Would I rather go into the Big Brother house or be alone with my kids all summer? Listen, they might watch this one day. I can't say the true answer.
Yes, we know the answer. If you've ever had to take care of kids, even for small amounts of time, it's exhausting.
I love you guys. Daddy loves you.
I mean, Keanu does kind of qualify at times, so
Yes, like an adopted child for you and Rachel now.
I know. Yeah. Well, which is kind of funny because I looked at his birth. Oh wait, no, sorry, wrong person. Riley, I realized, was born the year I was graduating high school. So
okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Is that right?
Yeah. He was born in 1998. I graduated in 1998. I was like, wow. Okay, that's when the cast is getting not younger, but I'm getting older.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's so great to have you here to weigh in on everything that's going on. And so thank you for making some time to talk with all of us. And so I'm sure we have so many questions for you about where things stand. How are you feeling about Rachel's spot right now?
I will say, I mean, going into this, I mean, it was obviously pretty chaotic. So I did not think it was going to be nearly as chaotic as when she put Mickey and Morgan up, because I thought there were two very obvious nominations.
Yeah.
Lauren very much surprised me. I thought literally, I kept saying 1,000 to 1 she's not used that veto, because for me, every other behavior that she has in the house is completely opposite of her using that veto. So for her to like, I mean, I don't know, you get a little bit of her in the DR, so she's kind of opening up a little bit. So maybe, but I don't know. I got to still see more of her in the show and see that she's actually actively playing the game, with other people. So she can't be a Kelly, play the game by herself. So
Taylor, I thought it was such great drama tonight. The back and forth with it was like bordering on like telenovela tonight with Rachel and Lauren.
This was probably my favorite part of the entire episode. I was obsessed with the editing, the drama, the laser daggers Rachel was giving Lauren. Lauren's just absolute commitment to spinelessness. Like, it's entertaining for me at this point. She does as she's told, but we also saw moments of her in the diary room where you can tell that she wants to be a gutsy player. Like, she does love the show. So I want to be back and forth on Lauren. I want to root for the super fans, but I mean, I don't know, girl. Like, I don't think she's got the chops to actually make any moves. But this episode gave Rachel that like Disney villain prowess, and I was living for it. I loved every second of it.
Yeah, Taran, it seemed like that the episode presented this as there was almost like a miscommunication between Lauren and Rachel, where Rachel felt like that, okay, well, I can't let Lauren feel like I'm not letting her use the veto. So I have to tell her it's your decision. You do whatever you want. And then Lauren was really like getting the impression like, well, I guess Rachel doesn't care if I use the veto.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's like super accurate. There might be like a hint of it that's true in terms of like her being like, oh, well, she gave me permission then. The bigger part of that conversation was something they left out, which was that Keanu also didn't want this veto to be used and orchestrated this whole thing where he told Lauren, hey, pay attention to the people that tell you that you should do what's best for your game, and then went to Vince and said, hey, I told Lauren to pay attention to who tells her what's best for her. So that's what you should say to her. And then Vince went to Lauren and said, Keanu told me to tell you this because he said that. And she was like, oh, Keanu. So then when Lauren talked to Rachel and Rachel said, you should do what's best for your game, she was like, oh, Rachel's just repeating Keanu's lines. And so there was actually a little bit of miscommunication there, but not in the same way that it was necessarily presented. But obviously that was a bit more complicated than what they showed.
Yeah. Brendon, what's this experience like for you to watch this, be playing out in real time? Because you've always been in the house with Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. There's a lot of weird things that I did not know, So like even writing the HOH letter, they called me up like an hour before the second week. Second week's live show. They're like, oh, you need to write Rachel HOH. They're like, right now? Like, do you guys know something I don't know? Like, is she going to win tonight? Like, what's? And then, of course, it's the HOH letter they use whenever she wins. So there was no particular rush. So I had no idea. So I had no idea when people were writing letters for us when we're in the house. Like for us, we had CDs. I was always curious, were they legitimately sending? Because Big Brother. Like, I would not be surprised if my sister wasn't mailing in CDs as opposed to somebody just going and buying them. So I don't know. There's little weird things like that I always wondered. But yeah, so there's been a lot of stuff for me. Every time I go to log in live feed, so I'm like, I'm gonna go watch Rachel. Never on. So it's like Riley and Catherine, or it's gonna be Kelly doing something stupid. So it's like I never get to see her. Even we planned, don't tell her this, guys. We planned for her to pray with the kids at night. Same thing. The first night, I didn't even realize this. Logged on, go to look for her. Camera's not on her. So I'm like, oh, so we're gonna be praying every night, and maybe she'll be on there or not. So it's like, so Rachel's praying every night, thinking that the kids are watching. The kids haven't seen her. once. So, but it's keeping her going. So don't feel bad.
Yeah.
So, but
With
we do
all
pray
the
for her
religion
every
that's
night.
happening in that house, that's the one thing that I, an agnostic, would be completely fine with. Like, let a mom
Yeah.
pray with her kids at home. What are we talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. So, but outside of that, I mean, yeah, no, I have not been actively watching too many feeds. I've been using that chat BCC app to like read the responses of live feeds.
Yes.
Which helps me because then
You've
I can
been
see-
prolific on there.
I mean,
yeah,
it's like every once in
they
a while I
should
get a
get
little,
you some shares of the stock also. Some
Yeah.
say that you're like the biggest thing going on chat BCC.
Well, I say a couple things on there, get a little, my kids got to hold the phone, and then
that'll
next thing I
happen.
know,
That'll happen.
I just like they get really upset about things. So I've talked to them. Since.
Yeah, that's fine. You've explained it.
Yeah.
Brendon, do you feel like Rachel is having fun this summer on Big Brother?
At times I do see that exhausted face where I think she's like so tired of having the same exact conversations, especially with Keanu.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you're repeating and you're just like, where are we going? Like this is just driving in circles. So I think at times it gets a little frustrating for her. But I do think that she's actually enjoying it. I will say. I mean, Rachel, first of all, it's 3 months, right? You're not going back there unless you really want to do it because there is not, and she even weighed the whole factor of should I go or should I not? I have a lot to lose, just as much to gain. So, and we talked about that, but like the truth was I knew that she wanted to play. So when we were talking about it, it wasn't a matter of whether you were not going to do it, but let's figure out what you're going to do when you're gone, because I need to get this shit in order now because it's going to be a long summer if we don't make plans right now. So because she only had like a month,
Mm-hmm.
So it was not a lot of time.
Brendon, I was going to ask, what was that timeline like? Because I think we all know the Big Brother casting process. That's like a multi-month process. So when?
Yeah. I mean, it was probably like a little outside of a month when they contacted her, and it was getting kicked around, and we were like, oh yeah, they're ha, sure, yeah, right, like, oh, they're gonna send you back by yourself, yeah, sure, like that's stupid, I mean, all these things, like, no way, that's idiot, why would you go back and forth and like, are you sure, and then we keep talking about it, and then even to the point where you get paranoid for Big Brother casting. Was like production is like, well, they're probably just saying that, but they're gonna put somebody else in there too, and they're not gonna tell me until like less, Nope, they swore up and down that they weren't doing that either. So okay, so I mean, this is a big challenge. I mean, I will say the one thing I don't think everyone appreciates with Rachel is that when you think about for like any winner, I would guess you could survey most winners, and there's not a lot who would go back. Maybe like as we got further and further away from it, having played it a long time ago, but it's a big risk as a winner to go back as a single player because you do pose such a threat without doing anything, right? As soon as you walk in the door.
We have a focus group here.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Would you would you do something like this?
No. I mean my terms have been clear.
Yeah.
1 month to 8 weeks, all winners in like a February, perhaps. Otherwise, I'm good. No, thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a long time. Now, ask her in 10 years from now. She hasn't played. To me, it also kind of reminds you of when you have a second child, you forget how hard it was in the first time. You're like, oh, it wasn't that hard. I mean, it was super easy, So, and I think probably Rachel did have a little bit of that. I mean, it's been a long time for us. I do think we can remember hints of how hard it was, but you forget until you're stuck in that house and you can't walk out that door, So, or you don't want to.
Yeah. This week, there's been a lot of back and forth over this decision to put up Reilly up on the block as the replacement nominee. Brendon, I saw what you had to say about it. I'm not sure if that was on Chat PCC or on Twitter, but you said that, listen, everybody may not see it. This is a good move.
Yeah, I said this is Bizarro Big Brother. I was like, everything is opposite of whatever you thought you knew about Big Brother. This season is completely flipped on its head. So if you think that's a good move, it probably is going to be a bad move for somebody. So do the opposite of whatever you would normally do. So Kelly was definitely the safe move. But for Rachel, I don't think a lot of it made that much of a difference because she was going to be a target no matter what. So even Kelly goes up. I know what Rachel was thinking. Rachel did not want to risk this dumbass house voting out Kelly while she's sitting next to Mickey and Morgan, because Rachel would be real pissed about that.
Yeah.
So she did not trust him. That's why Riley's up there, because at the end of the day, if Riley leaves, that's still a good person to get out. It doesn't matter. Any of those three leave, and it's still a bonus for Rachel. Now, coming around on Morgan, maybe it's changed. So, that
is a thing I think that Rachel understands that literally nobody else in this house does, which is that like, you want to take out a target when you are HOH. You want to take out somebody that is not your ally when you are HOH.
Yes.
And she recognized that if she puts Kelly on the block, there's a very real chance that Kelly goes home, and she sees that as a net negative. Unfortunately, Rachel doesn't realize how much Kelly hates her.
I just don't get this Kelly thing. I don't know what is going on with that girl. Is there somebody out there that can there's an underlying Kelly psychologist out there who's been friends with her for years and is like, I'll explain to you what's going on. I would love for that person just to talk to us, please. I just don't get it. I mean, do you understand? Do you see something? You've been watching a lot of live feeds.
I think
Does she
there
have
are a
any
lot of
sort of structure to her logic. Is there anything you can see in there? Okay.
What I will say is that something I've noticed with returning players, especially returning winners, is that there tends to be some amount of resentment for why are you here? This is our time. Kelly comes in, doesn't know the show, considers herself to be a little bit of an influencer. Talked, especially in the early days, a lot about how many more followers she was going to get, being a big character like Tucker. And talked a lot early on about I bet Rachel's fans are going to hate me, but I'm going to have my fans, and stuff like that. I'm not sure it does.
Let's do our live research.
But I do think that had to be part of it. She wants to create her own legacy. She doesn't want to be attached to somebody else's. I think that's died down. I think that she's been beaten down in the house, but that resentment toward Rachel still seems to exist pretty significantly. She's also talked before about, and people have talked about this, she's said, I used to be a pick-me girl. I used to be somebody that didn't really get along with other girls as well, and I like guys a little more. And that's kind of tracked in the way that she's played, wanting to work with Vince, wanting to work with Riley, not wanting to work with some of the other women. That's something that who knows really how much of an influence that plays, but she just got it in her head that Rachel is this big bad, and she in her mind is only good with Riley now. Riley's the only one that hasn't lied to her.
Taylor has the update.
Yes.
What is it? 6,000? 6,000 and change?
I think she started with 4,000 when the season started. So
Taylor, this could be a segment on Big Brother Unlocked where you update the who's up, who's down in Instagram followers.
No, there would be another petition to cancel Big Brother Unlocked if we start talking about tracking social media followings. Oh no, it's over for us. Are you kidding me?
Look, that's good. That should be like a ticker on the bottom of the screen.
I think it would be fun and interesting, but the Big Brother fan base will be the first ones to say, get rid of Unlocked and get rid of Taylor and Derek, the horse and the pig. All they care about are Instagram followers. It wouldn't go well.
Oh my God.
That's what my DMs look
I wasn't ready for that.
Am I wrong? The silence is insane.
Well, I only came for one of you, so I mean, I at least...
Yeah. Brendon, lay off, okay? Let them talk about Instagram followers.
Yeah, but hey, if here's the thing. If you had me as a guest for BB Unlocked, you'd probably get a lot of people tuning in.
That's true.
I would love it personally. I'll make sure to take center chair.
Why not? Brendon had a great segment on Big Brother Unlocked last time.
That was a super great segment.
It was so good. Probably my favorite we've done so far. And I'm not trying to tease too much, but we've been pitching some ideas. I don't know where they're gonna go, but Derek and I, we just care so much about the fan base and the show. So if things go well, it'll go really well.
Brendon, the kids were naturals in confessionals.
Yeah, they were. I know, a little too natural. Get from mom, no
You're
doubt.
worried.
It's in the genetics.
Yeah, it's I don't, you start talking about Big Brother kids, all these fam. So I'll start putting this together and who's going to be working with who, and so Jeff and Jordan's kids, Dominic and Danielle.
Yeah.
So we're starting to build a little Big Brother army out there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Taylor, I want to hear you weigh in on this replacement nominee that Rachel ends up picking in Reilly. What do you think about that decision?
I mean, I was entertained. I don't care. I was pleased. Do I think this is like ultimately the best and safest thing for Rachel's long game? Probably not. But do I enjoy? Benji liked it. Do I enjoy seeing somebody?
Shout out my dogs at the crib.
Shout out my dogs at the crib. I do enjoy seeing somebody that everybody has this odd affinity for, like a beloved character going on the block. That is the person that should be going on the block. So, like Rachel's not afraid to make that move. Rachel's not afraid to be the person saying, get your ass on that block. And I think like the implosion, these people are crazy, so they're not going to see it. But I just wish that they would all look around and realize, if we're all snotty crying and we're all holding each other and we're all turning on each other because one person is on the block, maybe we should get rid of that person, because we're just going to hand them a ticket to cash that $750,000 check. But they won't do it because they're jellyfish in that house and they don't have brains. I'm sorry. And it's either going to be Reilly or Vince sitting final two at this point. So, I hope that we take more twists and turns. I hope that something happens where the puzzle doesn't fit the right way or a rope snaps at the last second on the blockbuster. And hopefully the people in that house will say, okay, maybe actually it is time to remove this person from the house. But it's up to the people in the house and no one else.
Brendon, did you see this move coming this week? Because this was a surprise to most observers of the game. So did you feel like that this was maybe something that was brewing?
Well, so I kind of, again, I catch bits and pieces with updates. Sometimes I catch Taran, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I see a little bit of the feed responses. So I kind of, what I was understanding, I understood Rachel with Lauren. My guess is what I think was correct, was that she wanted to give Lauren a little breathing room because she saw how Vince and how everyone was like all over her during her HOH. And she thought, to win this girl like long term, Rachel's thinking long term, I need to get a little bit of like respect with this girl, but also like hopefully she'll understand like I'm respecting her, she'll respect me. Maybe this might turn into something later on down the line. So, and I think that's why she was giving her some breathing room. I don't think she really thought that Lauren was ever going to use it. I don't think that's what she was worried about. So, and then when she comes back, I think, well, then she starts realizing it. I think then it's like, well, like somebody said online, fuck around and find out, right? I mean,
yeah,
this is like, you thought Rachel was bluffing? I mean, come on. I don't understand.
Yeah.
You know?
Really, really bad read. I could not believe when Lauren in the diary room is telling us, I really thought she was bluffing. Like, excuse me? It was like literally 10 minutes before the ceremony, and she's telling you she's going to do this. In what world is that a bluff? When has that ever happened in the history of Big Brother, superfan? Like, you only make that kind of bluff when you're having a casual conversation days before the ceremony. Hey, I would maybe have to consider putting up, Lane if you use the veto, but not 5 minutes before the ceremony. This is, they're gonna do it out of spite alone, let alone it not being a bluff.
I do love the very direct look that she gave Lauren at the veto ceremony. That wasn't cut in, that wasn't edited. That was a very clear, Lauren, I told you I was gonna do this shit. And then immediately Reilly, get on the block. I also love like the fervor with which she said it. It wasn't, I'm so sorry, Reilly, please sit down. She said, I'm so sorry, Reilly, get on the block. We need aggression again. Give me aggression, give me antics, give me dramatics, please.
Taran, you had a great reenactment of how this was all going down on the live feeds. I think it was on Wednesday, or it was maybe it was Tuesday with Matt when this had all happened in the real time. What did the show miss in terms of telling this story on the episode?
That last bit, I would say, it was fairly accurate in terms of events. It was mostly just that it cut out the funny bits which were the very long silences that Lauren, like when they showed Lauren going back up to the HOH room after the moisturizer thing, and then showed Rachel coming in, and then there was a cut, and it had Lauren saying, "I'm going to use the veto." That cut was, I'm not kidding or exaggerating at all when I say at least 5 straight minutes of relative silence with Lauren putting on the okay and Rachel just staring at her. I mean, obviously you can't show 5 minutes of silence in an episode, but like that was so funny.
Yeah. Even when she came down to the bathroom and she was like scrambling that she was in the room with Vince and she's like, oh, I gotta go. And then Rachel's coming down the stairs to look for her. I mean, Brendon, that was like a scene out of a movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Rachel really has just added an element to this season I don't think would be non-existent. So it's like, even from just bringing them back to like actually making them play the game. Like, I will say again, with putting up Reilly, I don't think anyone thought when Reilly went up, things were going to go the way they are going right now. But also, I mean, the season's a little unpredictable, so I don't know what's going to happen next. So him going up, like, was going to cause some shifting in alliances, and that's the only way Rachel had some longevity in the game, is if alliances get a little slightly shifted around. You know,
it is such I think a tell for, like, you know, Rachel played the game 15 years ago. The way that the game is often played, the entire culture and meta strategy of how the game is played has shifted so much, and she's coming in with this much more old school style of playing, and bringing in a level of decisiveness, and sort of gut that these players don't have, and it's so telling in that, like, she's doing something that is like not that crazy of a move, but they're oh, what. You can't put Reilly on the block. What? Yeah. And they're all just like, that's not how you're supposed to play. But that's how Rachel plays. That's how she plays. And hey, look, ratings are up this season.
My queen. I just wonder what. Let's take a step back, because clearly these people didn't watch a lot of Big Brother before going into play this.
No, they watched clips, YouTube clips.
Chat GPT and YouTube
and Reddit.
Well, no, because I was on Reddit. I got some actual useful information over there.
Mickey was on Reddit too.
They read the subreddit for Reddit.
But let's just say they did only that. I also don't feel like most reality TV shows these days are very super kumbaya. Like, other competition reality shows are not all let's hold hands and let's not make moves. So I don't know what their inspiration for going into Big Brother and playing a let's all be bestie boos type of game was. I can't even pull from other TV shows and say, well, that's the culture on Love Island or Perfect Match, and that's what they just. But
Taylor, it's not like that they watch other shows and just don't watch Big Brother. I just don't think that they watch any of these shows. They're not super familiar with any of this.
Imagine
what do you think Keanu's watching at home?
TV.
What's Keanu watching on the boob tube?
He's watching, you know, like I don't know, like anime. You know what I mean? Like
you're right. He's like
Dungeons and
watching
fantasy
videos of people playing Dungeons and Dragons, maybe.
He's watching fitness YouTubers, like and here, because that's the thing too. Yeah, it is. I think much the fault of casting here. Like, when we looked at this cast beforehand, so many, and I've mentioned this many times, so many of them said, well, I want to lie low for a while in the early game, and then maybe eventually I'll start playing. And it was like when 14 of the 17 cast members are saying that, is it a surprise that they're all playing this way? Like, I feel like casting could have known this.
Mm-hmm. I also, okay, look, not to be a shill for casting and production and all that stuff, because I dissent quite often these days. But what I will say is that it is very easy to do the Dan Giesling of it all and just lie your ass off to casting to get through the process, right? Like, you can fake the funk, you can fake the knowledge, you can say I'm a super conservative or I'm a hyper feminist and I'll do X, Y, and Z. And then you're sitting there in the interviews and you say, okay, well, these are the things that I'll just say to make me sound good or look good, or that I think will have an easier experience going into the house. And then you walk through those doors and it's just a completely different experience for you. So I think casting works really hard, but they also get lied to. It's easy to fake a personality.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I, as an armchair casting person, could tell that this cast would be disappointed before it started just from their interviews. So.
Wow, the
Karen knows
human
best.
casting lie detector.
I'm sure if Rachel had been working on this cast, it would be much better.
Yes, is that the
I
issue?
think so.
Is that Rachel wasn't working in casting to find these people, Brendon?
Well, apparently, it'll come as no surprise. They've never let Rachel cast Big Brother. So, in the event that she would ever
She
go
did
back
cast for Big Brother Canada, right?
Canada, she Big Brother Canada.
Which
yeah.
season was it, Taran? Do you remember?
You tell me.
Oh,
I want to say, like, I honestly, I don't know. It's been it's
One of the
not
good
that
ones.
long ago. It's not that long ago. It's within the last like
not like
2 or
one
3
of
years,
the
probably.
last ones or anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the
That's the
the,
one
the
she
good
casted.
ones.
The one you
Let's
like.
say
you
it
said
was
she's-
BB Can 10.
Yeah,
How many Big Brother Canadas are there?
there were
They
12,
made it
right?
to 12.
Yeah,
When I was
Barely.
first on TV, there was only one Big
it
Brother
was
Canada.
Big Brother 12. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Brother 12. Canada hadn't even had one yet. So,
Oh my God.
That's right.
yeah.
Okay. I thought one of the funniest parts of the episode was the Morgan of it all, especially when Morgan was trying to bring Lauren in. And we know from over the course of the season, Morgan has not loved Lauren. But now here was this position where Lauren had won the veto and Morgan was really trying to tell her that, you know who would have wanted you to use the veto on me was Zach.
Yeah.
Is Zach.
So
that was
good.
what he always wanted us to get on the same page, even though Morgan was always giving the death stares to Zach anytime he was with Lauren. Taran, it turns out that Zach wanted them to be together and work together. Zach's
Yeah.
angels.
This is
Did
another
she-
conversation that, like, I think could have been funnier because of how, like, just flat it fell. They showed Lauren laughing in the diary room, but, like, you could feel that vibe in the moment, too. Because Morgan does this thing where she does something really dramatic. She's like, and he could have used, he sacrificed himself for us. And is, like, looking for the, like, the what? Like,
Yes.
looking for that response. And when she doesn't get it, she's like, did you hear it? Sacrificed himself.
Sacrificed.
And the best Lauren can do is like, oh, wow, that's crazy.
Do you think did Morgan offer Zach's bracelet in trade for the veto?
She did not. She
What
couldn't
about his
possibly give that up.
toothbrush?
Yeah, she wouldn't give it up. She'd rather be evicted with that thing. So what about the toothbrush? Did she offer up
That's
the
her
toothbrush? at least?
$10,000. She won't give it up. Never.
The toothbrush. Does she sleep with the toothbrush tonight? Where does she put the toothbrush?
I hope not.
Does she brush her teeth with his toothbrush?
Yeah.
That's what we need to know.
What's worse?
Sometimes I wish I knew less.
Brushing your teeth with that toothbrush or Hardy's?
Yeah. So that was a really fun moment in the episode and ultimately, did Lauren even consider using, did any of this work? She was only thinking about using it on Zach.
Never in a million years would she.
But
have
it was
used on
so
Morgan.
funny, Brendon, when Rachel was trying to break up Morgan talking to Lauren throughout that whole montage. I was laughing so hard when they were like whispering on the lounge chair together and they were talking. And then you had Rachel just constantly following them around the house and interrupting them and asking them the question.
Would you rather be a squirrel or a monkey?
I did not see this, so I got to go back and watch that part.
Yeah,
but
would you rather be a squirrel
that
or a
is
monkey?
so great.
I mean, this seems like a no-brainer. Are there many people picking squirrel?
Maybe a giant one.
Yeah, definitely.
Orangutan, if you will.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys realize what she's doing too with that. That's a throwback. You know who that's a throwback to?
No.
Come on. Would you rather?
Oh, that's a big Jeff.
That's a big jump.
Oh,
Yeah.
she is.
Would you rather be a squirrel
The
or a
giant
monkey?
mosquito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
That's
in,
fun.
a throwback to Big Jeff, of course.
11,
Yeah, it was when he
Jordan
used
talks about being a squirrel. with
yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah, let me see. Do I still have it?
Would you rather fight a giant mosquito one time and get your ass whipped by it? Or would you like the relationship that you have and never get bit again? Or do you like the relationship that you have with mosquitoes right now?
So good.
You forget about the little details of that clip that make it so much better. It's not just the giant mosquito.
Do you know what that's from? That clip that would
so good.
That's Big Jeff talking. He's talking to Josh Martinez prior to Big Brother 19.
Yeah.
Mosquito.
Yeah, Josh is like, yeah, he's going along with it.
Are you okay with your current relationship?
Your relationship with mosquitoes.
Get your ass beat one time by a giant mosquito.
It's like, excuse me?
Not me actually
That
thinking
you
about
couldn't
the
possibly
question.
beat the giant mosquito.
Oh, Big Jeff.
Yeah.
What does getting
Yeah.
my ass beat by a giant mosquito look like? Like, am I
Yeah.
just, is it like I'm donating blood, or like, do I have,
We don't know.
like, do I have a black eye?
I always imagined the mosquito was like in a boxing, and it was like,
So
just
why
like
I oughta?
yes, in the boxing gym with the heavy hitters, Taran.
Yeah.
So yes, Rachel was always a big fan of Big Jeff's Would You Rather.
Questioning.
So this is definitely where this comes from.
Yeah. Okay. He's not gonna be upset that she's doing his material.
His
He's
bit.
like,
He
hey,
stole it."
Rachel, are you reheating my nachos?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they have a very long history of getting along well. So
How
I'm sure he'll be
online
fine.
are you, Rob?
What do you mean?
How do you know reheating my nachos?
I try to stay on top of everything, Taylor.
Okay. All right.
She did bring up the clown shoes on the feeds the other day. I don't know if he would have liked that.
No, somebody brought up the
Big
clown
Jeff.
shoes?
Yeah. Rachel brought it up. She's talking
Oh,
about
she
double
did?
eviction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Don't say that 3 times. You'll pop up like Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Okay. Brendon, can we ask you a little bit about the Mictator, the Mixter, and everything that Mickey has?
A lot of shout outs at home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's been this very weird relationship with Mickey and Rachel. What have you made of all this?
I mean, Mickey obviously is a control freak, so I mean, she wants control. I get it, and it works a lot of times. I mean, for last week, a lot of everybody was listening to what Mickey was saying, so I don't understand it half the time, but it happens a lot in Big Brother where people are like, I'd rather, if it's not me, I don't want to, sure, whatever, they'll let them talk. They know they're going to be a bigger target. So I think that's what it was with Mickey, but Rachel definitely knew she was coming for her. I mean, it's no surprise. I don't think, even if it wasn't from other people, I'm sure Rachel was picking up the vibes with Mickey. So
Yeah.
Just with her, it's just tough because I think a lot of the fans pointed out last week is she's lying in the DR, lying, so it's just like nonstop lying. So again, it's kind of like with me and with Kelly. I don't enjoy watching people that I have no idea what their rationale is for anything they're doing.
Okay.
So
Now,
if, Go
Mickey
ahead.
gave a shout out to you in some ways in the episode tonight. I have
really?
I have the
You're
clip. I
right,
have the
you're
clip
right.
from Mickey
Yeah,
in the
that's
episode.
Yeah.
She's exactly who she was 15 years ago. Nasty, manipulative, and conniving. 2 kids and a husband does not make you a better person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Did she say that it did?
I think she has said that like 20 times at least. People have pointed out online. So hilarious.
Yeah.
But the best part was, Taran, were you the one that said like she hasn't even watched season 12, so she has no idea.
She's
makes
exactly
sense.
who she was in the season
Yeah.
that I didn't see.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
Heard
I
about
asked
it too.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT says it's exactly the same.
She's not even using ChatGPT. She didn't get on Twitter. She didn't get on ChatGPT. I don't even think she watched YouTube compilations. I think she just talked to somebody that was like, you should go watch Rachel Reilly's season to like see what a strong woman playing the game is like. And she was like, oh, okay, Rachel Reilly. And then Rachel got in the house and she started hearing Rachel talk about how she had a tough experience. And she just thinks that she's like, I don't know, the devil reincarnate, say anything from the truth. So listen, she's pissing me off. I'm sorry. It's just a ridiculous thing to say, to bring somebody else's family into it when you don't even know what you're talking about. What are we doing?
ChatGPT.
Is that Is it tough, Brendon, to hear that sort of thing, to hear people talk about Rachel, do people talk about you and the kids? Like, is that like,
I
how do
mean,
you
to
deal
be
with
honest
that?
with you, that really doesn't bother me that much because
Yeah.
mean, I can tell when people are grasping at straws, trying to
Mhm.
throw something out there, and like she's not saying something that is really that bad about my kids. If she was going like for my kids, like somebody online was saying, "Hey, oh great, so and so is going to tell Rachel that Mickey's been talking about her husband and kids." Is like, no, please don't, because if Rachel finds out you've been talking about her family, I think we're
Right.
going to see a different Rachel, and that's not the one I want to see play. So I don't want to come to that. So no, I mean, like for the most part, and the same thing with Riley. I did Rachel. Rachel was a little worried. So I think she was worried. I can tell that she is worried that putting up Riley. So she made the right move, but she did not realize what we are seeing on the outside. When she put up Riley, she was afraid in her head that she is breaking up a showmance, and that everyone on the outside is going to see the showmance and see Rachel breaking them up. And I don't know where she went from one thought to the other, but I could see the stuff on live feeds that she was starting to worry about it. And I don't know if people were getting to her, but ultimately, I mean, she made the right decision. So I think, fast forward, she's probably feeling a lot better about it now.
We all cheered, all of us.
Yeah.
Every
She'll be
single
feeling
one.
a lot better one day.
Oh my God.
When she gets out of the
I was
house.
like, yeah.
When she gets her phone back.
I know. I texted Sean Laws. I was like, man, if Rachel only knew, like if she only knew putting up Riley was like the actually best move that she could have done I think for her game ultimately, but at least for the fandom, because I think so many people are.
Yeah.
And Taylor, you cracked me up because with all this stuff with Riley, I felt like I legitimately did not know how bad it was on that first episode, the one where Jerry O'Connell was pro Riley. I mean, sorry, was he pro Riley?
He wasn't pro Riley. He was pro
Keanu.
He was pro Keanu, and he was pro Taylor.
It was like,
and
oh, Riley, and they're cute, and which I think he was like me. I don't think I understood how bad it was until like I actually asked the fans, like, hey, what? So they're like, I was like, oh man, it really is bad.
Yeah, and that's the problem that I'm having, and same problem we're all having with the edit right now. This is my controversial take, and if I lose my job, then so be it. So while I agree, it is horrendous, like very, very unsettling seeing how Riley interacts. I'm like stuttering. I'm so nervous to talk about this. I think about the public movement that there was when I was in the Big Brother house and how people really wanted me to be removed, protected for my own sanity and my own safety. And I think like the unfortunate reality of the game of Big Brother is that things have to play out based on how the house dictates them to play out. So I remember like when there was a big movement to have Kyle removed from the game, like he was never going to be removed. That was a decision that the people in the house had to make. And so unless the people in the house decide that what is happening with Riley and Kat is bad, or until Riley does something extremely egregious, like, I don't know, punches a wall or puts his hands on Kat in a violent way.
Yeah.
It's the culture of the house that has to make that decision. And it's unsettling and it's uncomfortable and it's alarming. And I do trust that the people on the other end of the Big Brother cameras are like watching with eagle eyes, but it's the decision of the people of the house to enact that. I do get really frustrated with it not being exposed on the actual episodes. Like that's something frustrating to me, but I don't make that decision. I'll always talk to them and be like, please show this in a non-romantic light. But I'm confused with how it's being shown to all of us. I'm frustrated with it. So that's where I stand on it right now, but I don't like it at all.
I mean, for me, when it first like was kind of hearing about it, I also thought, to be honest with you, I didn't really think it was as bad because I also thought, well, in my opinion, I was like, well, if it's as bad as people are making it out to be, the fans are worried. I'm assuming that her family is out of their minds right now, which they're probably hounding production. and production has probably gone in there and asked her like several times at, definitely by now for sure. But
And it
kind of
sounds like that the
reassuring, like, hey,
family has concerns and has
yeah,
reached
are
out.
you okay?
Yeah.
Do you feeling,
Yeah.
and I could imagine them walking through that. And that's why I like, it's hard because like Taylor's saying a little bit, this is within the realm of that Big Brother. I mean, it's in a bubble. So it's like, again, for like, she may really like him. Like, that's the worst part to think. I think for some fans don't want to accept that, but she could be like, I actually like him. I think he's fine. I mean, she may not have good taste in guys, but that's unfortunately her decision. And she may be, sense. So it's kind of hard because I understand it the same way. It's like everybody else sees all this stuff and has all this information. They don't, I don't know.
And she herself, I'm sure if they asked her in the diary room, do you want Reilly to leave the game? Do you want us to step in? That she may not want that. It may not be what she's thinking. But I think that the issue for so many of the fans is that even if Catherine herself is not seeing that there is an issue, that it is, I'm sure, especially triggering for so many people who have been in that kind of relationship or have had loved ones who have been in that type of relationship. And it takes them out of the fun of what is supposed to be Big Brother to have to be watching this thing going on, even if Catherine herself may not even see that there is an issue. And Taran, I know you feel very strongly about this.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that the fact that many viewers might not even see what's happening or what's going on until they're informed or see things later is the problem. I think whether or not you know how you're going to deal with it in the house, the fact that they are, and again, it's not Catherine's decision how you portray this relationship, and they are going really far out of their way to portray it in the way that they are, especially given tonight's episode, given previous ones. They had, two different major Reilly-Catherine interactions that they could have shown over the last few days. Because at this point, most of their interactions, beyond just like casual game talk, whatever, they tend to get into some fights. He yelled at her the other day. He called her names. He was berating her, telling her to sit down, to shut up. And they didn't decide to show that conversation. They didn't decide to show that interaction. They instead decided to show the interaction where she was trying to tell him she wanted to slow down, and he threw a fit. And they edited that to be from her perspective, because she's being told that this is her fault and that she's hurting him, that she feels bad that it's her fault, that she needs to fix whatever she's doing to him. And they showed that perspective instead of the one where he is shutting down, icing her out, blaming her for these things, saying, why would you do this? Oh, I'm not pressuring you, but I will give you the silent treatment for the entire night unless you come back and hug me or kiss me or whatever. Like, the fact they are actively choosing not to show this, they are actively choosing to show the exact opposite. And that to me is a clear message for where they stand with this, that they are sitting back there, they're listening to the diary rooms, they're asking Catherine whatever it is, and they're like, oh, the fans just don't know. We know more than the fans, and we're going to show them. We're going to show them with the edit exactly how this actually is, because Catherine's actually okay with it. And that doesn't matter. It just doesn't. You are clearly trying to manipulate the audience. You are clearly misleading the people that are watching this show, hiding the truth of this, and going out of your way to do so. And I genuinely find it to be disgusting.
Brendon, you and Rachel didn't get as good of a showman.
Well, I was just going to
Reilly
say that. And the
Catherine.
funny thing is Taran, that's exactly what I was thinking in my head. I was like, it's funny because our season, they made us look horrible. Like, we legitimately were in love. I mean, and I don't think that I remember saying any of this to Rachel, or I mean, so we were cursing, but it was everyone else. So but yeah, no, it's I mean, I mean, everything that you guys are saying is very, it's kind of eye opening, because it does make you wonder, because like you said, for me, it does. We forget, if we're not triggered, I think it's easy for us to forget that it doesn't bother me, but what doesn't bother me can sometimes bother other people.
Right.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate, to have Reilly really presented as like a Prince Charming type in the house, because that, even if, okay, him and Catherine, they go their own separate ways, now you really presented him to be like this, wonderful romantic in the house. And then the next woman that he meets outside of the house that, if for whatever reason it doesn't work out with him and Catherine, that the next person might be, thinking that they are.
They've never had trouble with that before with previous contestants that they portrayed to be in a good light. That's never happened. Yeah. Just like, what are you so like? Why can't you just show? Why don't you just show the interactions? Why don't you just show Reilly, yelling at her when he yells at her? Like, what are you afraid of? If you don't think it's bad, why not just show it? We don't need any commentary. We don't need any. We can just see it for what it is. There's a reason why you're hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you. I don't understand because they put my ex-fiance on my first season, so I mean, they had no problem with that. Like, can we find one of his exes? I heard we can. So it's like does not seem like it'd be that hard. Yeah, so I mean, I really don't. Yeah, I'm with you because I mean, it is mind-boggling to me. They portrayed us as like this couple that's just whatever, we're probably gonna just have a fling and then be done after season 12. So then here you got a couple that really is not one actively kind of pushing back on the other, and then they do portray him. So it is kind of like I don't understand that. It does not make sense to me. So,
I even wish at the very least what they would do, because again, like I'm trying to understand why is it like this, like trying to make sense out of something that makes absolutely no sense to me. But again, I keep going back to, if the culture of the house is that Reilly is this, gentleman, great, wonderful guy, which we all know and see is not the case, why not just show that is their perception? I don't think it's hard to show that while also showing what he's actually doing at the same time. And just, it's really frustrating for me. So hopefully, I was gonna say, I hope.
Well, it's crazy because
but maybe I hope there is no more time, and there will be.
Didn't they say like somebody said he's literally somebody counted and like he's cursing like 25% of the time, which also is like, how do you get clips of him not cursing if he's cursing that much? Also,
Yeah.
I curse a lot,
and they love him. They love him so much. The greatest guy ever.
I don't get it. I really don't understand. Where or why, but it will be very interesting to see what the reaction is when he gets out of the house too.
I mean, Taran, he had some aggro flip outs from going on the blog, didn't he?
Yeah.
And having his HOH stolen.
I mean, when his HOH, he said he said he thought he was going to get kicked out of the house with his reaction to the Mickey stealing his HOH thing. Couldn't believe that they forgave him for it. Mickey still thinks he's amazing.
Oh, Taran, here's a good one. So what was your read on him with the stare down with Rachel? Because he was trying to brag about how he was like stare. I was like, first of all, like my wife is not going to, you want to stare my wife down? She has no problem staring you down. So good luck.
He said she was like a child who knew she had done something wrong, facing up to her parent. Sure, Reilly. That's exactly what the vibe was.
Yeah.
Enough, no more.
All right, we haven't talked too much about Vince in this conversation tonight. Brendon, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Vince and that he's had a complicated relationship with Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it may. I don't know. I mean, the truth is Vince has shades of Andy Herron, right? So it's like, I mean, I really want it, but I think he's got a bit of a rat in him, so he's gonna do whatever he takes to survive. So I don't know how much you can really trust Vince. I mean, I like to think that this thing that they made is gonna stick, but again, I don't. By the end of the day, I don't even know if it's still sticking. So, I don't know. I mean, he's in a good position to go far, because he seems to have a lot of insulation. Rachel's really the only person that's talked about him going on the block or put him up. So, Do
you feel like, was that the person that Rachel really wanted to get this week?
I think she knew Vince was detrimental to the game because Vince wanted her out. I think she knew that Vince and Mickey wanted her out. I think she at least knows that much. So those are she sees from Rachel's perspective. I think she sees those people as controlling a lot.
Yeah.
So at least she can see right away, right? People forget, like you watch people walk around the house together, go into rooms together. You start to figure out who's working with who. I mean, Vince is really good with Lauren, right? He's really good with Morgan. He has a very good position. Mickey was just telling everybody what to do. So it was like very obvious about where the powers lie, So,
yeah.
I mean.
Okay. A really great segment in the episode tonight was we got to see an amazing Will segment in the episode. And we got to see a lot. Really, we got into the mind of Will. And Taran, there's been a lot of questions about, Will, and what is he thinking this season? And tonight we found out.
Yeah, we did. Listen, it makes a lot of sense. I've literally commented on how he often sounds like a hype man when people are having conversations because he will like just repeat what a person said. And we got a full explanation of it. He's not even listening to what they're saying. He's literally
not
just
active listening,
regurgitating what they're saying. And to his credit, it does work. They all think he agrees with them. I think to his detriment, I need him to clock in a little more often because sometimes you do need to convince your ally to vote somebody out. And you shouldn't just be like, oh yeah, it's totally fine for you to do the thing that was bad for my game. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. It's like, no, listen, Bill, listen.
He's on vacation in his mind.
Yeah, with his chocolate drop.
I was just going to say with his chocolate drops, and he's got a lemon drop weighing on him too.
Yeah, he's all sorts of drops.
Yeah, I hope we get to see him with a lemon drop at some point. That would be really fun.
Oh no.
Or maybe
maybe
not so fun. I don't know. I'm not trying to start shit. Never mind.
Now, does Will have a lock on third place?
At least.
At least. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just see Will, unless he comes alive, that he gets, because he's very likable. So I think his social game, he's got a sort of a Enzo-esque way I could see him getting straight to third. But if he doesn't do anything and he doesn't get taken, then he's in third place, So that's the only downside to Will.
Yeah.
He needs to, like you said, he needs to do something. I want to see him. I do like him.
Brendon, tonight was OTEV. Do you have any fond memories of OTEV?
I don't. I never competed in OTEV, so I was always gone before OTEV. So yeah.
Yeah, well, they didn't used to always do it at like the final 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
Stop. Yeah. No, stop. I have to stop this. There's no
What?
such thing as final 11, 10, 9,
What do you
8,
mean?
7, 6. That's no. We've gone too far. We've swung too far to the left. I object. Go back the other way. Everybody, one person gets eliminated. This happens every year. Somebody gets eliminated, and everyone's like, oh my God, we're final 9. Shut the fuck up. There's no such thing as a final 9. I don't want to hear a final something until it gets alliterative. Final 5, I'll take. Final 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Stop giving out participation trophies. I'm done.
Taylor,
I'm done.
I don't think you understand how big of an accomplishment it is to make Final 16. It's a big accomplishment in the game of Big Brother. And, honestly, if you had played with Paul, they would have let you know that. So
You think I don't know what an accomplishment it is to almost be the first boot?
Yeah, listen, you made the Final 16. You made the Final 15.
No, we're done.
That's alliterative. Final 15.
Oh my God, no, wrong. Final failures all around. No more participation trophies, not on Big Brother.
Yeah. Taran, this OTEV tonight, this was a pretty memorable OTEV, I thought, just in terms of the actual character.
What, Rob, where have we gone as a society?
Yeah.
We can't even have OTEV anymore. Like, we can't let OTEV play out anymore because people are not able to get through OTEV. Last season, it lasted 1 round. This season, it lasted 3 rounds. Like, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to why are we not getting through OTEV anymore?
They need to make it like Candyland. tan. You know, just have colors. Like go get red. You know,
Well,
go get a blue one. Like,
you know, in
What happened to
fairness,
costumes.
you know,
Why am I wearing like a penny outside in shorts?
yeah,
mhm.
They were wearing felt roach costumes on my season.
yeah.
They have
Under
had
the
pretty good
tarp.
costumes this season. I think this is one thing you can't complain about in Big Brother 27 is that the costumes that they've been pretty solid.
Yes. That's why
I will say I'm being mean. I actually like that it's harder. I like that the
Because
questions
they
are more
make you get
difficult.
2 things sometimes now.
Yes, I think that makes for a better competition in terms of like, you know, in terms of like how fair it is and how interesting it is because there's an actual mental component and it's not just a race to find a thing. And the hack of just like stacking up a pile of you know, names isn't going to just guarantee you a win because you also need to actually know the question. Now, do I think the questions were actually that hard? Not necessarily. But as we can see, it is certainly impacting them. I will say I liked the hogfather. I liked the little pig.
Should Cliff Hogg have been there?
Certainly. I think Cliff Hogg.
Should he have been the voice of Otef?
Cliff Hogg instead of the green mist.
What was up with him farting? What did that have to do with anything? Was there a purpose to that?
I think it always has to fart,
A
right?
bad scent would probably throw me off.
Yeah.
Like mentally, that would mess with my psyche a little bit.
I like to go back to thinking about the people that are sitting at that table who are coming up with some real solid ideas, and then somebody's like, why don't we have a little pig that turns around and he farts in their faces? Like, brilliant. Get that down.
I was thinking about this. I started watching Big Brother at 8 years old. Big Brother 1, really fell in love with it. Big Brother 2. If I'd seen little pigs farting as an 8-year-old, I think I would have bounced. I then would have been like, this is a kid's show.
It's a key
Not
demo
for me.
Yeah, maybe that's right. They're
you
trying
know,
to appeal, I guess. You know?
Yeah, it's the Hogfather, and that he is like a mafia boss, and then he has a little pig also, who is also farting.
Oh my god!
And then they're gonna drop the cement on people.
Oh my god!
And they got a rat problem because you know, there's always people ratting out the mafia.
You sit
with
down
Dragonite.
and you
That's
turn
the
the TV on. With
They
your
should have
remote.
Bowie Jane there too.
You should have had Cliff Hogg, Bowie Jane, and Jag.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Until I did Mike Bloom's little quiz on the chat BCC, I didn't realize how many OTEVs there had been, and apparently I had no idea of like any of the answers. So it's like,
Taylor, what was your OTEV?
It was he was like a roach and he wanted all the sauce. I say that still when I want like any sauce in my food. Trauma, you know. And I sat there on the couch. I sat there on the bench in like a little country hat. It's a very cute outfit. To host the competition, I didn't say a word because
OTEV talks.
It
Yeah.
was OTEV. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so and also one thing I do wonder. So how many of those answers are hidden in all that stuff? Like that's the only thing I do wonder because does it take a long time because there are only like 5 sets of answers for every comp or 4 or whatever it may be?
They really struggled to find the Adrian name, and especially because he was an answer for both for 2 questions in a row. So they were really, that was the major component. I mean, according to most of them after the fact, that like some of them were looking for the correct answer, couldn't find it, panicked, and just grabbed something and ran up.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. I think I heard you say that after it.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, OTEV was the most dangerous competition. That
Always
harm.
Yeah, so much
harm has been done from the very beginning.
Yeah, the sanding is, I don't know. However they cut the actual answers, they don't sand the plexiglass down enough, so everyone has cuts all over their hand. My season, Brittney tripped and split open her knee so bad that she had to go to the upstairs DR and get stitches, and it had to get checked every single week. She still has a scar from it. Turner like tripped and dislocated his knee in the middle of OTEV. People were just going down. Brittney left like a trail of blood.
I mean, people always like fall down the like big slide.
Yeah, that's the safest thing. Truly, there was a trail of blood from. They had to stop OTEV in the middle so Brittney could go open up the glass door, and the trail of blood went from the glass door into the DR, and we had to clean it up after.
Yeah.
Dang.
Brendan, they also added like a pool of molasses. Was that a tribute to Sheriff Kathy because
I think that may have
Rachel's
been.
in the house?
And I did see online Rachel had said at some point that it was not as bad as the molasses that we had, because ours really was really bad. I mean, I lost my shorts like the first pass, so I was,
They should have made it worse. They should have.
I mean, your shoes came off, like everything came off. You had once you were going in that, you could barely get out. So
I wish they made it worse, but the only person we saw affected by it was Will. Like, I don't want to see the old person get into the molasses. I want to see the young kid.
He didn't like it at all. He was not into it.
Yeah.
He's like, hell no, I don't want to do this. Okay. All right. I want to get into talking about some of the stuff that's going on heading into eviction night in just 24 hours. But first, I want to thank our presenting sponsor here tonight. Those are our friends over at Manta Sleep, makers of fine sleep products like this. You could put this on anytime. Brendon, anytime somebody's saying something like Mickey's drinking the juice and you don't want to see it, all you have to do is put on a Manta Sleep mask from our friends over at Manta Sleep, that it is adjustable and has all sorts of premium features. Of course, it is always great to take a nap too. I feel so much better every day if I can get just a couple of minutes of shut-eye with a 100% blackout product such as this. It's as comfortable as you could ever imagine, and you can check it out at mantasleep.com. Use promo code RHAP27 to get 10% off your purchase. And with that, let's talk about what's happening over on the Big Brother live feeds. Here we go.
The Office of Civil Defense has issued the following message. This is
a spoiler.
Warning.
A spoiler.
Warning means that an actual
spoiler
against this country has been detected and that protective action should be taken.
Yes. Okay.
Rachel needs the buzzer. Can you go on the side of the house and give it to her?
Yes. I'll throw it over the fence.
I love all of us dancing and Brendon sitting there.
Yeah, I was just watching. Sorry.
It's okay. All right.
I remember Big Brother 17, one of my very early podcasts, Brendon and Rachel at Rob's house, hitting the buzzer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we were
right.
talking
That's
about
that. You
Vanessa.
know,
I had the silly string too, and Rob saw it and immediately was like, "Oh God."
I remember
Silly
it was
string. Whatever happened to that?
Yeah, exactly. I know.
that we did, like, I think like the first live show that I ever did for the podcast was that you and Rachel came out to, we were at like was it the Irvine Improv? Do you remember this? Of like, we were like,
no, it was Ontario.
Was Ontario. Okay, so
Yeah.
you remember even better than me.
Yeah.
And we drove out, and then Rachel just kept like whacking the bell like the whole time, where I had to move it.
Yeah.
Like the whole podcast was just the bell, and it was, I guess it was Big Brother 16. I think that we were watching
Was it?
at that point in
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we're an OG guest.
Oh geez,
Really?
yeah. And then I think we did another one at the Hollywood Improv also. And but those were the first two times we ever did before
That's
we
right.
ever did one for Survivor. We were doing them with
Yeah.
you guys.
Wow.
Yeah. And there were always good turnouts, even then.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
the stars were there.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Taran, we're 24 hours away from an eviction.
We are.
How's
yes.
it looking?
It's
Like
looking.
Taran's gonna be up all night long.
Yeah, I would hope. Day 44 has not delivered so far, I would say. Basically, I talked this morning about how there was a new alliance created in an attempt to get the votes to take out Reilly. This alliance calls themselves the Judges, and they consist of Morgan, Ashley, Will, Rachel, and Vince. They were really hoping that they could pull Vince in to get his vote against Reilly. There were a couple of problems with this. One, Mickey is starting to lean seemingly in the direction of not keeping Morgan over Reilly. Mickey is leaning in the direction of keeping Reilly. So that's a lost vote that they need to pick up, which means in addition to Vince, they may also need somebody like Keanu or Lauren. But then to make matters even worse, they also still don't have Ava's vote, who is also planning to keep Reilly. So there was a lot of work to do today to see if the votes could be pulled. And this is where I was saying, man, wouldn't it be great if Will was listening a little bit? Because Ava was talking to Will. She talks to Rachel. Rachel tried to convince Ava to vote out Reilly. Ava didn't budge. Ava talked to Will and said, I don't know that I really want to vote out Reilly. And Will said, yeah, that's fine. And she said, well, you know, listen, the only way I would do it is if it was for you, Will. And he said, all right, let's sleep on it. Will!
So good.
Come back to us, Will.
When there's a will, there's a way. Please.
But the problem is, even if he does eventually lock in and get Ava's vote, it is not looking great that they still have Vince's vote. He tried talking to Lauren about like, well, obviously I'm voting Mickey out in any scenario, but I think it might actually be beneficial for us to keep Morgan in the game over Reilly. And Lauren was basically like, I don't think so. He's like, yeah, but you know, maybe. And she was like, I don't think so. And he was like, yeah, you're right. Okay, fine. So Vince does not seem like he is going to be pushing super hard for this either. Without Ava's vote, without Mickey's vote, without Vince's vote, it looks like Morgan would likely leave over Reilly. But Mickey will still leave over Morgan. And Reilly will likely be safe in any voting scenario.
So what about Morgan? I thought I saw something online about Morgan talking with Ava. Like sent Megan. Everyone.
She did try. So Morgan made a pitch to Ava. She did a pretty decent job, actually, I would say. Ava did say to Will, one of the things that she said to Will was like, I mean, maybe Morgan's telling me the truth and maybe I should want to keep Morgan. And Will was like, maybe.
Jeez, Will, are you kidding me? What is he doing?
I know.
Oh my god.
I mean, maybe there's a world where like Will can only operate like every other day. So he's taking the day off
Maybe
today
he
and he's
needs
going
to
to go to
rest
Ava
up.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe he needs a little beer.
Yeah.
Well, they're having the halfway party right now, I think. So
Oh, are they? Are they doing it?
I think so. Yeah, feeds are on pets.
Wow. Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Could be a wild
Well,
night then.
you know what? Halfway party, definitely. I mean, I am with Taylor. You get some alcohol. People are chatty. They're having fun. Guards go down a little bit, so more people have an opportunity to move around and talk a little freely without.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to remind me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Wait, Taylor, do you think that this could shake up some of the situations?
We have seen alcohol loosen some lips and flip some things.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I like to think that this will get things moving in a direction. And you know, Big Brother for me is the most exciting when things happen pretty quickly. Like if the house somehow after a couple glasses of wine and a couple cans of beer completely shakes up from now to the eviction tomorrow, I mean, come on, that's what I can ask for, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like throwing all my questions away and I have no idea who's going to be sitting next to me and Derek, but that's what's fun. That's what I love about this show.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, this person's going to be on Unlocked, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think that there is still a decent chance of Reilly. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that, you know, still are going to hold on to him in that house, but at some point, for some people, you got to kind of look around and be like, do I really want to get rid of that person? Are they really a threat to me? And if they're going with that thought process, but even with the House majority, I don't know that there's going to be a majority vote here no matter what, right? Because they're still going to split it either way. Just not.
I bet
it's not gonna be
it'll be a split to some capacity, regardless. I mean, because like Vince is going to keep pretending up until the blockbuster
thinks,
in the hopes that Mickey stays on the block and he can just, oh, sorry, I we didn't have the votes for Mickey, so I switched my vote. I was pooping my pants.
I'm pooping my pants.
So I think that's what Vince is going to do. So they won't know until theoretically the last minute that they don't have the votes, unless Ava stands firm and they're like, well, if we don't have Ava, like, what are we even doing? But I expect a bit of a split vote here. Yeah.
Okay.
So no, what is the rationale for Ava? I mean, I guess I never really understood why does Ava not like Morgan so much? What's her thing, or what was her thing with Morgan? Because
So
there was
Ava-
something there.
Ava has, I would say, at this point more so turned on Mickey now because
Okay.
of all the stuff that Mickey was doing. A lot of her
Yeah.
conversations today were like, HOH, was I manipulated? Maybe. Maybe. Because she feels like she was pushed into doing what she did by Mickey. She's pretty anti-Mickey. She's never really connected super well with Morgan. And she has a good relationship with Lauren, and I would say a decent relationship with Catherine. And for some reason, loves Riley. Says that Riley is one of the people immediately that she felt connected to in the game. And so in her mind, there's no way that she would keep Morgan or Mickey over Riley, especially because she really doesn't like Ashley, and Ashley is still siding with Mickey and Morgan.
Now, why does she really not like Ashley? That I guess
that one is beyond me.
Okay.
That is just one of those.
Yeah.
She just crashes out about Ashley like once a week at this point.
It's so
It's
weird.
yeah.
The Ashley toilet paper thing did make the episode tonight.
That
which
was
was
fun.
great.
I know.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
a great moment.
Yes, I did say, Taylor, we better see a montage of I want to see as much Ashley moments walking around the
my
house with
God.
toilet paper. Please.
I'll
give me a
ask if they can pull it together. See
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yes. I mean, this Riley thing about him in that people, they meet him and they fall just like head over heels. Like, Taylor, what if Riley somehow gets evicted and then you come on and say, you know what, I got to say, I met this guy. There's something about him that in
Yeah,
person,
changed
like
everything.
Can you imagine?
he's got
Yeah,
so much
like that.
riz.
He's got a
this
green
guy.
mist that follows him around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think we have like a case in point.
Derek tweets out like, "Hey, his name is Riley. He's playing a pretty good game. Like, to stop
they're
fishing
not.
for likes
We have
No,
a video
on
of
Chat
this.
BCC."
Taylor introducing Riley would be like Derek introducing my segment.
Oh,
It'd be just as emphatic.
that almost. Oh my God. I think if I remember correctly, I think he was supposed to be like the one that said the last word
Yes,
before we
look
went
at
to your
his
package.
her wonderful family.
No, literally. I was like, how about we just switch?
Yeah.
I'll be the last one to say something before it plays into it. But I mean, we did have a someone I did reindeer games with who, you know, many people are endeared to. And I do remember coming out off of that and being like, not my cup of tea, but I understand the aura of charm. Just don't fall for it.
Yeah.
So I would not be shocked. It's like I've said with other winners before, other Big Brother winners before. Taran, you've said this too. Like, even if you don't like somebody, if you meet a Big Brother winner, you can be like, oh, they're charismatic and charming. And I see how this happened.
Yeah.
I would not be shocked if I meet Riley and I'm like, I see why people would feel pulled to him, but don't.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me just
Taylor,
say this.
I'm a
that,
real good
look,
person, and I give my heart to everyone I meet, Taylor. So
well,
obviously you would love me.
if Ava is vouching for Riley,
don't wanna
then
hear
I'm
my
just going to
Ava
say this
accent.
aura painting business is fakakta. Okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
I can't take her seriously as an aura painter anymore.
Yeah.
That's it. Brendan, I can't even.
I mean, you were gonna start.
I was gonna get one.
Those.
I was gonna buy one. My wife's
I
birthday
thought
is
you were.
next
It was
month.
like your next Bitcoin investment. You were
Yeah, I'm out.
You were telling me about unloading all those Ava paintings you've been stocking up on. And
No,
they were
I'm
just
out.
going through the roof?
This is your aura guy.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
she doesn't have a canvas and a brush. So what if she goes to paint his aura and all of a sudden it's just like black and she's like, I don't know what's
Lines.
happening.
Yeah. It's like I can't control my hands. It's just, I think Kelly's over in the corner doing like witchcraft. I don't even
It's
know.
Kelly
what's
witchy.
going on. I don't. She was keeps saying that
She was
put a
gonna
curse
cast a
on the-
spell, right?
Kelly
on the
Kelly
left
is very
side of the-
witchy.
left side of the
Kelly Spelly.
board. That's
Yeah.
why people are going home from the left side. It's because Kelly put a hex. She said
Mm-hmm.
apparently. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan, what do you think about when these people talk about that? Oh, they want to put Rachel on the jury
I mean, I don't understand. First of all, I don't know
because
why these
nobody's
people are
more
talking about-
affected by that than you. Brendan is like, over my dead body. Are they going to put her on the jury?
He's going to jury.
And I'm going to be a single parent for 8 more weeks for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I know. No kidding. I mean, I don't know why
smash the laptop if I were you.
Yeah. It's my laptop. What was I doing? I mean, I just with them talking about jury so early is always a bad move, but also talking about who you want on jury out loud generally just does not seem like a smart idea. And I don't know why you would think like I want that person on my jury. First of all, you're that far away from jury still. How do you know you're gonna want them on your jury in like 5 more evictions?
Oh my God.
Things may change. So it's like, why even say that? It's like not being HOH and telling people who you're gonna put up. Like, why?
Okay, I have to take ownership over something. That's something that I would say all the time when I was in the Big
I
Brother.
want this person on the jury.
I would ask people like, who do you want on the jury? Who do you want on the jury? Just to try to get it out of them and see who they want to protect and things like that. It's just a different way, in my opinion, of saying who are you targeting right now and who do you want in your long game. But the way that they're talking about it, like, I want them on this jury because they deserve it, or so-and-so shouldn't be because they don't deserve
High
it.
jury, low jury.
Yeah.
We've gone too far.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I said they should have come on and just said, had Julie make an announcement for the first time in Big Brother history, there is no more jury. And just let them sit with that for like one day and then come back on just like, gotcha. You know, would have loved
BB3 rules again.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about this before, but I do think there is value, and I think that Taylor is a good example of this. Like making sure that somebody like Daniel Durston does not make your jury, pretty important, right? Like, you know, and for Rachel, making sure that somebody like Mickey probably doesn't make the jury would probably be pretty important because Mickey has been so adamant about Rachel never winning this game. So like there is value to that, but yeah, like the way that they go about it then is super weird, right? Like even Rachel is not like, well, I can't have this person on my jury, because it would be weird to say that out loud necessarily. And the way that they talk about like who's deserving, who's not deserving, it's really just about like, you know, it's just a way to be like, I don't like this person and I don't think they deserve to be here.
Even saying it like my jury, why not just make it our jury? Like if you're talking to people, you have to make it a communal experience, but everyone is talking about Big Brother as if it's their individual experience. Like no one wants to play.
Yeah, and when you have Mickey like talking to somebody like Will about like, so I'm not sure I would want this person on my jury because they might vote for Morgan over me, Will.
Yeah.
Like you're telling another person that you want this other person in the jury because you want that person, you want to make sure that that person would vote for you over a different person.
But if you're going to tell anybody, Taran, Will is the guy who may or may not even be saying.
Yeah, he's not doing anything with that info. So it's going
jury management is not saying I want these 9 people on jury. It's curating it stealthily. But I'm just asking for too much these days, I suppose. What do I know?
Yeah. Listen, this is the secret of Will's very happy marriage, Brendon. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
Will is a happily married man. He's good at this, people.
Yeah. No, he's got years under his belt, so he knows how to make somebody think he's listening to him when he is not at all.
Yes. Okay. All right, Taran, anything else that we should be knowing about or thinking about heading into tomorrow?
What I will say is I think that Morgan has locked in with this alliance. I think she very much is on board with Ashley, with Will, with Rachel for now. She still feels like Vince is her number one, but in the event that Vince votes out Mickey over Reilly, or you know, if it's over Reilly, I do think she'll be a bit upset about that. It'll be interesting to see how he handles the damage control there. And again, there's a lot of speculation that this week could be the wall. And it would be very funny if after all season long, people dunking on Morgan for talking about the wall so much, they're all begging for her to beat Reilly on the wall.
That's pretty good.
Okay. All right. So that's where we stand, and we've got our live show tomorrow night. We'll be watching. You know, if it happens, it happens, and otherwise we will be live for our Thursday night eviction show. So much great stuff that we've been up to of late this week. I talked to Chappelle. We had a very sloppy episode of The Slop, talking about all sorts of things, including Mickey drinking the juice and Kelly's dad's TikToks and so much more.
Rob, did you catch Mickey drinking the juice in the cutaways in the episode?
I missed it in the episode. I did catch the TMZ article.
They threw in the juice drinking from the TMZ article as cutaways during the Morgan talking about Zach's power segment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Incredible.
Brett, did that bother you that Mickey is drinking the house juice?
I mean, it's pretty gross. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, did she do it like as in spite, or is like she been doing that?
No, I think she just does it.
Have we confirmed that it's the house juice? Because when you're HOH, they'll give you like your own something. So do we think
this is like an Angela's charcuterie situation where she had the juice left over from her HOH?
And then you put it in the communal fridge where everyone knows it's yours.
I mean, it's been a while.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good devil's advocate. I don't know. I mean, everyone online is presented like she was drinking out of the communal one, but
which is possible. I don't advocate. The devil does not need advocates. I do not.
Hey, look, if we get the chance to talk to Mickey this Friday, then it's a great question for her.
Wait, Taran, last question. Very important.
Yes.
Do you so right now, where do you think that Vince really? I mean, you'll probably know tomorrow morning a little bit better, but where do you think he's standing? Where do you really? So also, by the way, before I forget, your impression of Vince sounds very much like Woody Allen. So I was trying to figure out, is that how he comes across in the show? Like this stressed out, worried.
In the episode when Rachel was like real classy, guys, he was like, "What do you mean real classy? Like I didn't do anything unethical. Like am I not supposed to ask for the veto to be used? Like I don't know, Rachel. I don't know why you're acting like this. It's just like what do you mean? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong.
It is.
So maybe my pants. I'm pooping my pants.
So good. Yeah. Okay. So I guess that's my only lingering question is
where does he stand?
Is he going to is this something that he really, I mean, because he obviously wants to play the middle as best as possible. I just don't know if he's able to after this vote. So does he figure that out beforehand, or is he?
So I think that Vince will continue to promise both sides the world and hope and pray Reilly wins the blockbuster and he can vote out Mickey and nobody will be mad. Nobody will be upset and he can continue to play the middle. I think if he could get exactly what he wanted with no repercussions, he would vote to keep Morgan over Reilly. But after trying a little bit with Lauren and seeing pushback, I don't think he's willing to push. And so I do think he will vote out Morgan if he needs to, and burn the judges again if he needs to. He's already laid the groundwork by telling Catherine and Lauren what Rachel was saying about the showmance and all of that. So if they come out and say, oh, we made an alliance called the Judges, he was like, yeah, I mean, listen, I already told you basically all of what we talked about. And obviously I didn't vote with them, so it's not going to be a huge deal. And so I think that's probably where he stands. I do think he did bring it up to Lauren. I do think he would like to, and I do think he should vote to keep Morgan if he could get away with it. But I don't think he's going to be. I think he's too timid to do it without the backing of his. And he's not, I
mean, isn't Reilly bad for Vince's game? Also, kind of to some degree.
I think so. I think that Reilly has way too many people, including Ava, including Mickey, including Catherine and Keanu and Kelly, a bunch of really inflexible players who just love Reilly. And he's also good at competitions, as is Catherine. He does not, Reilly does not prioritize Vince. There's a lot of problems on that side for Vince. We've seen plenty of seasons in the past where a showmance like this, like season 21, can just dominate. Even just a duo like Jag and Matt can just dominate competitions once they get to the end game if you allow them to. So I do think it's very dangerous, especially to lose a number one ally like Morgan is for Vince in order to protect Reilly. That just makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taran had a great debate on the live feed update today with Corey, and really interesting conversation that Corey felt like that he liked Vince going the other way. He liked Vince more. What was it? Voting out Morgan and going on to the side of the house with Reilly.
Yes, Corey was wrong this morning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was an interesting debate. You don't hear that every day. Okay,
but Corey also wanted Rachel to put up Kelly, so wrong 2 times in a row.
Okay. It was Survivor 49 cast reveal day. I think it was last Wednesday that they announced the Amazing Race cast, and now they announced the Survivor 49 cast as we get ready for a busy fall over on CBS. Mike Bloom and I talked about the 18 players who are participating in Survivor 49. Find out about all things Survivor 49 on our kickoff show. Plus, also, over in Australia, it's Australian Survivor versus the world. Shannon, Gus, and I got together to recap a wild week 1, and I gave my thoughts about the week that was over on Australian Survivor. Check out Shannon's daily coverage of Australian Survivor, plus all of her exit interviews in the Survivor Global feed. And then we also had a podcast last week. Taylor, The Amazing Race is coming back with a big new twist.
What is it?
They've brought back Big Brother legends to play.
Oh my God. Wow. I'm not going to watch. The Amazing Race is good and fun and should never be tainted by Big
Did
Brother
you
players.
call Brendon for Amazing Race tips before you played?
I did not call Brendon or Rachel or Amazing
Two-time
Race
finalists
before I played.
Well, I will say that the person that Rachel did give a lot of tips to was Jessica, and Cody. So she did. She gave her a lot.
Tips to?
Like, take 1 backpack, not 2.
We took. I don't know what I can say. It's about prep. It's about prep.
Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
We won't get you in trouble. But yes,
you're good. We did one.
The little stuff like that. There's a lot of little things with Amazing Race where.
Amazing Race was amazing. I cannot wait
and a race.
for everyone to see it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a race.
Okay.
A race.
All right, check that out this fall over on CBS. And then, of course, the app that Brendon Villegas put on the map. It's Chat BCC. Check out
Rachel
has been posting all summer long. It's been amazing.
Yeah, she has been.
Over at Chat BCC
lately.
I mean, basically, recreate this panel here tonight over on Chat BCC. You can get in and read it all for free at robhasawebsite.com/VIP chat. Okay.
That is an old number because they're up to almost like 15,000 members.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing on there. All the Big Brother stuff. So,
like I said, I read the live feeds because their reactions help me not have to watch it.
Yes.
So
yes, and of course, then thank you to our friends over at Manta Sleep, presenting sponsor for this episode of the podcast. Get 10% off at mantasleep.com with the promo code RHAP. I just also want to shout out Brendon once again, who is just making all of the husbands look so bad constantly. Me and Will, we're trying to do their best. And not only is Brendon out here repeatedly just being an amazing dad, so his wife can continue her lifelong public service of entertaining us.
Brendon, all I can say is who needs Will when I got Rob as my hype man,
Yeah, no, and seriously, and that if anyone says a crossword about Rachel online, that there's one man who's always going to be having his wife's back, and it's just so admirable and so impressive. And I just have so much respect for you and the way that you are such a role model to all the husbands out there. Really, I just mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm so impressed with you, Rob. Constantly.
Yeah. Well, when your wife is Rachel Reilly, you do a lot of defending. So, I'm kind of used to it. But like I said, I'll be honest with you. This season has really not been that hard because she's been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And also, even when she's had times where normally I would feel like I'm ready to jump through the screen and, punch somebody in the face. I think Rachel really has handled the situations better than I would. So, I mean, she has had a lot more patience with this cast than I would have ever had, because I don't know how she's done it, because it's so exhausting. I can tell she's tired of it, but to keep going, I mean, Keanu, I mean, how many times you see the clips from the show, and I don't even know that it's like half of the amount of times they've had like their little mini blow-ups and get back togethers. It's like, so, and I really want to see them work together. A lot of people do. But she's like smack Keanu in the head. I don't know what's going to take for him. So,
and Taylor, what a treat it was to have you here with us, and all the amazing things that you are doing. And you are such a phenomenon yourself. And so thank you. Anytime you come here to the podcast, it's always such a treat for us. So thank you for making the time to talk about this. I know that you are, listen, you're big time. You don't have to still come on the little podcast here. And we appreciate you coming on and talking about all this with us.
Says Rob Cesternino of Traders. Okay.
Listen,
no, I love you guys.
Listen, that I've been on the third most shows on the panel tonight.
Third, okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Mhm.
But no, I love being here.
And if Taran wants to, he'll be on more than me one day.
Yeah, what show do you want to be on, Taran?
This one.
Do you want to be on Big Brother?
No, this podcast, this show.
What competition reality show do you want to be on and you can't back out?
Deal or No Deal Island.
Oh, okay.
$5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, good answer.
We could make some calls on that. Yes. Of course, check out Taylor on Big Brother Unlocked on CBS. Any other clues for the mystery guest?
Tonight we had pre-locked, right?
Pre-locked. Yes.
Pre-locked, unlocked, and then you guys have unlocked. I don't know why you didn't call it unlocked, relocked. That would have been something else. But so yeah, keep up for Unlocked. You might also see a familiar face tomorrow. We record Unlocked on Thursdays, and so I'm just excited to be back on the lot. We get to watch the episode, and then we go right into recording. So
nice.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I can't wait to see who gets evicted and chat with them and talk all things that have happened over the past 2 weeks.
Okay. Taylor, anything else you want to tell people to check out?
Check out Unlocked. If you want to keep that going and you want to keep supporting me, that's super, super important to me. It's really great. So thank you for love and support.
And I haven't gotten the chance to talk too much about Unlocked. I really enjoyed it. I think it's been really fun. I've watched it on Friday nights. My kids are like, "Oh, Dad, what's this?" Like, because they're not watching every episode of the show, so they like to see the clips. So I think it's been very fun, and I hope it is a big success.
That means so much. Thank you. I just want it to be a good add value for as many people as possible. So watch Unlocked, and then watch The Amazing Race when it comes out. We got an amazing cast, and I can't wait for you to meet not just all the Big Brother people, but everybody's loved ones, fiancés, spouses, every siblings, like amazing people. And everybody go tag James Gunn and tell him to come on Unlocked. He's a Big Brother super fan. He loves Big Brother, and we've become internet friends. So
wow,
come on over here.
Wow.
Okay.
So what's your role in the upcoming Superman 2?
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Do you think I'm not under the most ironclad NDA?
Is that who does the BB comics?
That would be amazing, wouldn't it be?
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
I will say, I did honestly. The Unlocked episode was great with our family. Yeah. I do feel like I was echoing a lot of the sentiments from other fans that I would love to see more family stuff from home. I think I do kind of miss that about Big Brother. I feel like we used to see it a lot more.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, it was a staple of the show every week on Thursday night that they would do. And of course, if you could want to read about where all the things they used to do, Taran, is there any place where people could do that?
Yeah, there's a book that I think somebody wrote. I have a copy of it. It's called Behind the Mirror. Mm-hmm. You can order at taranarmstrong.com. I don't know why they put my name there. But you can read all about the show and how it was developed and how it evolved. And some of the story and why it's such a reflection of society. And I've heard it's really good. I've been hearing a lot from people who've gotten advanced copies that they really like it. So I'm interested to read it. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Great job. Lots of great stories about Taylor also in the book.
Yeah.
If you're interested in that.
I happen to be in there.
Yeah. If they do another family segment, they've got to do the catching up with Riley's family and Catherine's family, because you get the Catherine's family that's like,
Oh my
they better keep that Riley away from our Catherine. I swear to God, he is not dating Catherine. And then Riley's mom is like, I'm going to sue you if you say anything bad about Riley. You better not.
I mean, they used to put segments like that on. Why
They
not
did.
anymore?
Exes, current boyfriends and girlfriends. Yeah.
Bring it back, you cowards. Come on.
Yeah.
I can only do so much. I will communicate. I will pass the message along.
Man, that would be so good.
Yeah.
Everyone
All
would
right.
be living for if they did Riley and Catherine segment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Be amazing. Taran, anything else?
Find me on YouTube and Twitch, all the usual things.
Okay, Taran will be back in the morning tomorrow to get you ready for your Thursday live feed update. This was just an all-time panel tonight. This was so great. Again, Brendon, thank you for making time. Taylor, thank you for being here. And thank you all for joining us here tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night to talk about the eviction. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye. This is RHAP. We know reality TV.